Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Konnichigen, ohayo gozaimasu. It's your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen, Khaiden. A sentient star cluster in VTuber, VSinger form, we are many cosmic minds joined together to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. Great to see you, Tajigen. We are here at last for the end of the year, for the end of 2023. Last year we did this for 2022. It was over on the Twitch dimension, so now we'll be doing this on the YouTube dimension for the year-end Zatsudan. Let me recenter myself because I keep being uncentered all the time. One second. Always, the stream always starts like this, don't they? Is it me or does the song sound faster than usual today? But yeah, thanks for waiting. That was a little bit of a longer waiting soon screen. Starting soon screen. There we go. Waiting soon. What is that? Waiting soon. Hold on. Let me recenter myself again. Recentering. When I finally go live 2D, this is not going to be as much of a problem. But yeah, it's been an eventful 2023, Tajigen, and it's been an eventful week for me as well. Mostly, I did a little something on the 25th of December, on the 24th actually, which was Return to Adventure Quest. And now the Frostfall Gift Delivery War has been taken over. I've been playing it while listening to music that's fitting for the season, or while listening to audio. I've been listening. I listened to a nice release from Big Finish for Doctor Who, for the 8th Doctor, and it was like a holiday-themed trilogy of songs. Sorry, of stories. There we go. Can't even talk already. We just started the stream. Can't even talk already. But yeah, this week we didn't have any streams. It's been complicated right now. Actually, I was hoping to have a full week of streams next week, but some complications are arising. We'll see how it goes. I can tell you though, there will be a stream on January 2nd in a couple days. There will be a stream. And of course tomorrow, the big thing tomorrow, Tokimeki Runners. Let me see, let me put the picture of Tokimeki Runners here. So finally, Alternative Idol Constellations is releasing this to start the year. To start the year strong. We are starting the year strong with this bad boy right here. All of us will be singing this for the start of 2024. Of course, we'll be working on more things. We already are working on more things. And we'll get to them. Please be excited for that. Tomorrow is fewer than 24 hours now. It's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So we are, what, 22 hours away, I think? 21 hours and 40-something minutes, technically. But yeah, you get what I mean. I'm very excited for it. Let me look for the link so I can post it. I should put the link here, right? Let's see. I just searched AI Constellations on YouTube, and I got my channel. This is also why we changed to Alternative Idol, because I'm getting other releases for the other meaning of the AI acronym. AI abbreviation. What happens if I just search Alternative Idol? I haven't actually checked that. But yeah, upcoming premieres in 21 hours according to YouTube. Go give the video a like as well, and while you're doing that, give this video, this stream, a like. Right? Whether you're watching a VOD or you're watching live right now. I keep having to recenter myself here. Oh, that's okay. I'll recenter myself as many times as it takes. The music feels a little bit louder than usual today. Louder and faster. I don't know what's going on. It's the excitement of the new year, maybe. Right? You know, it's something I always say for this time of year is, at least for those who are still 2023 right now, you know, it's New Year's Eve, but you also should count the day as a day in itself of the year you're saying goodbye to. So this is a day in 2023. We are still in 2023. Some people are like, oh, it's already the new year. Stop saying it's 2023, for example. And I'm like, if you're gonna, what is the point of the day if you're gonna skip it? You might as well just go to sleep and wake up on the next day. Some people even like on December 29, oh yeah, the year is over. They're talking about something else, like maybe work, the year is over in regards to work. They're not gonna work the next days. Ah, man, some jobs out there though, still getting you to work on December 30. Even though they're not something essential or something, but I digress. But yeah, excuse me. But yeah, like, keep every day as its own day too. I was saying the same about my birthday, you know? It's not my birthday yet. I'm still this age. I'm not gonna go to that next age yet. And now, yes, now I'm that age. Now I'm that age and I'm gonna be that way all the way until December 9 of next year, for example. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this year. Eventful. Is it event? Eventful? Eventful. I forget how to pronounce some words. Eventful year. Super eventful. Where I was in like March of this year compared to where I was in October or so of this year. Very, very different dimensions right there. Very, very progressive situation there. I progress. I move forward through things. And that's a good thing. Many, many years in recent memory. They go by fast, right? 2017 feels very recent. But it was 6 years ago. And it's going to be 7 very soon. Now, still 6 years though. It's still 2023. But yeah. This year, however, mitigated that fast passage of time, which is something that hasn't happened in a little while, I think. Last year where this happened could have been something like 2018, actually. Or maybe more recent than that, but the days didn't blend into each other as much. Even though many days I'm doing the same things over and over, some things I need to do, etc., as most people probably have these things to do. Even with that, I don't know what I did. It didn't feel this way through the year, right? It didn't feel like it was very eventful. Eventful. You get what I mean when I say the word. No matter how I pronounce it. It's almost a tomato situation, right? You say your Goku, I will say my Kakaroto. You say Piccolo, I'll say Piccolo. Alright? I always use Dragon Ball as an example. You say Frieza, I'll say Freezer. You say cooler, I'll say Kula. Anyway. Kula sounds like I'm talking about the King of Fighters character. Anyway. What was I saying? See, the thing about years that were like this, that mitigated the passage of time as I phrased it, I can feel it throughout the year. I can feel it throughout the year itself. Like, yeah, time is passing fast. You're getting older and all that. Time passes fast. You're not 6 years old anymore. It's not gonna be an eternity as it was before. Not even an eternity, just long enough to feel like a year. A whole 365 or 366 days. I think next year is a leap year, actually. So yeah, this year, however, other years, yeah, I felt it. It feels slow going through it because I'm doing so much. I'm doing a lot of things, watching a lot of things, playing a lot of things, reading a lot of things. That's what happens with me. These are my journeys throughout many dimensions. Watching series, listening to stuff, to series, I mean, playing certain games, reading certain things. I didn't read as much this year. Other things just took over. Video games mostly took over in many different ways. Final Fantasy 14. Then I went back to the Switch and started just going crazy with Animal Crossing. I got City Folk on the Wii for the first time ever. Then Adventure Quest came in recently. I actually have played Adventure Quest more than Animal Crossing. The other day I logged into Animal Crossing like late. It was like beyond 11 p.m. because I hadn't done it all day. But I want to log in every day because, you know, I only started playing it, what was it? December 18, I think. But I did that because I was so addicted to Adventure Quest the entire day. And the Able Sisters already closed. Nuke's shop was still open because it's Nuke and Go, which closes at 1 a.m. in City Folk. Unprecedented. What is the opposite of unprecedented? Unprecedented? Unprecedented and unprecedented. Because there was never a game since that made it be that late. Unprecedented. We should make that an actual word if it's not one. But the Able Sisters close at 11 p.m, so I missed out on them. But yeah, I'll be logging in today. I have some things to do, but if I can, I will be there for the countdown for the new year. I got to experience that in New Horizons before. Especially because it's a handheld console on the Switch, right? Wild World New Leaf is a handheld console. But if you play the GameCube version or any first generation game of Animal Crossing, like 64 game, or if you play this one on the Wii, it's more difficult, right? You gotta do things. You gotta be with your family or friends or whatever. So you're probably not gonna be able to be there for other stuff, or for Animal Crossing stuff. But yeah, I'm digressing. What I was talking about was this year. It didn't feel like I was doing a lot, like I was moving from many places to other places. But it was like that. Looking back at it, being at the end of it, and better a retrospect than to never realize it. So now 2023 has become a better year than I thought it was. Many bad things happened this year. Many bad things I would rather do without for the rest of my life. But many good things that will influence me for the rest of my life potentially have happened. The biggest one of them is arguably... The biggest one of them is Tokimeki Runners, or rather, sorry, Alternative Idol, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. This is the biggest thing that's happened to me all year. Arguably. The new model, this new self. I'm so used to it, it feels like I've had it forever, but it's only been 2.5 months now. Right? October 8th? Yeah. It's like 2 months and 3 weeks, 2.5 months, give or take. Right? I feel at home with this body, with this outfit, with this everything. But I've only had it for those 2.5 months. Let's have it for a great amount of time. It's gonna be a while before I get that Light 2D model, before I have the money for that. So, for now, we'll be having something great looking like this. We'll have something great looking like this, I would say. One of the other big things that happened, I would say the great thing that happened in 2023 was the fact that it was eventful in itself like that. That's the best thing that happened to me that year. The year itself, you could say. The things that happened in the year itself. Maybe it's cheating to say like that, but yeah. What was the best thing that happened to you, Tajigen? Let me know in the chat or the comments. I would love to hear that. Today in Kamen Rider Daily, twitter.com/krdaily. No, Kamen Rider Daily, what am I saying? Just Kamen Rider Daily like you hear it. Daily Kamen Rider. My beloved account has over 10,400 followers right now. I asked everyone there, it was an eventful year for Kamen Rider, what was your favorite piece of Rider media from 2023? Yeah, most people are answering Shin Kamen Rider right now, which is no surprise. No surprise. It was one of the best things of this year as well for me. Can you believe I still only watched it once? Though I've seen some scenes here and there, but the whole movie I need to watch again. Just haven't been able to, I guess, just prioritizing all things. It's one of those things, right? Like, I am one of those maniacs that rewatches scene after scene after scene. I can spend hours rewatching scenes from things I've seen, even though I want to watch new things as well, right? But even with that, I did a lot of new stuff today, this year. Very different place where I was. You look at me in the first 3 months or so of the year. Out of all things, I'm actually kind of getting obsessed about Power Rangers. And I was like in an era where I was like liking it more than I've ever liked it. Because I prefer Super Sentai a million times more. And I have a lot of problems with Power Rangers, right? But because of the special, the 30th anniversary special, which I forgot came out this year. That's how long the year has been in that way. Because of that, it hyped me up, you know? But that's died down by now. The interest is not there as much anymore. There's another thing that was making my interest in that rise, which is also a general Super Sentai interest. And of all things, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! That got me into that because of the Super Quant archetype. Seeing the 4 different like Ranger-like figures they have there. It's a Sentai of 4 members, which is not a frequent I think you see often. And their mech and their giant mecha and their giant robot. The way they come together for the archetype is really fun. Hopefully it's still decent enough as it used to be in Master Duel. That's another thing about it. I'm not into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel as much, but here's the thing. It's kind of like Genshin Impact in that I'm avoiding it because I know it's gonna suck me in a lot. I'm still into it in that sense, but... And the same with Pokemon TCG Live. This was the first year I ever played the TCG of Pokemon. And we had a life change through that. I haven't forgotten about the Game Boy Color game we've been playing, don't worry. That and World of Final Fantasy. I wanted to play Pokemon Violet here on YouTube, that still hasn't happened. It's a nice thing for 2024, right? But it's not gonna happen for now. Not gonna happen for now. Just a little bit longer, maybe. If we're lucky, we'll have it in January. If not, then let's have it on February. Expenses, you know, budgeting. Gotta keep that in mind. The game is not that expensive, but it's not that cheap either. It's a full-fledged AAA Nintendo game. It's gonna be full retail price like that. Could be some like holiday sales right now still going on, but just looking at the price of that, yeah, like it's manageable, but just gotta really budget for that right now. I went a little bit overboard this month because of my birthday and Christmas, and I really wanted to give myself things. That's gonna be a thing that I hope really shapes 2024. Continuing to play Animal Crossing City Folk for the entire year and a Pokemon Journey. I'm able to keep affording the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. I started Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Advance, a new Game Boy Advance I got. I'm so looking forward to that. So much more of that. But we shall see how things go. It's not something I'm streaming, right? So it's just something I'm talking about, like, hey, Khaiden, Tajigen, what are you doing with your life? Well, this is what I'm doing with my life. I hope you're as hyped about it as I am, even though you're not seeing it. No. Let's look back at 2023 before we talk more about 2024, right? Many other things going on at the beginning of 2023, sorry, this year. The way I got into anime right now at the end of the year here has been great. I realized something about that recently. There's something I've been saying about that I realized is not true, actually. But I'll get to that in a moment. End of 2022, I got into anime, and I was looking at a lot of fall anime that I dropped, and I finally finished this year because I got into it in full force this year, more than yet last year. Because last year we had Futo Tante, the anime sequel to Kamen Rider Double, the first Kamen Rider anime, the first full series. We had a sort of comedy, chibi anime in the form of Kamen Rider SD, and that was just one OVA, but not really a full series, just full formal, let's say, anime, not something chibi and more comedy based. Not that that's wrong, but not really what we're talking about here. And that hyped me up for an anime. That and Overlord 4, that was also going on in summer 2022. So I picked up a bunch of anime, and by a bunch I mean like 4 only, on the 2022 fall season. This 2023 fall season I picked up a lot of them. I've fallen behind on some of them, but I'm going to catch up. Recently I caught up to Eminence in Shadow Season 2, and I finished it, and I was screaming at the ending of that. Screaming! Just, are you kidding me? Well, it's a little bit, I downplayed that screaming a little bit, it was more than that, but hold on, let me see if I can just do it without destroying the microphone. Hold on. Even that was downplayed, actually. the way it just impacted me, man. It was so great. It was so great. But yeah, many other anime I picked up. Few of them are still ongoing. I think the only one that's still ongoing is Frieren. All the other anime are done. And winter 2024 has many interesting ones. Even more, I think, than the ones I picked up this time. I picked up like 6 or 7, and it's gonna be like 7 or 8 for this coming season. This season is already starting, really. Even though it's still 2023, it's already started, I think. I think there's a little bit of a holiday break, right? The holidays, Christmas, New Year, and all that. The 12 days of Christmas, you might argue. And January 4, the first 4 days of the year in Japan. Is that Golden Week? No, Golden Week is something different, right? But yeah. I think it's the first 4 days of the year, right? For Japan. I'm mostly aware of this because of New Japan Pro Wrestling and the January 4th show that's been called Wrestle Kingdom. Most of it, for most of the recent years. For many recent years, that's what I meant. Over a decade now, it's been called Wrestle Kingdom, but it wasn't always called that. And for decades, it wasn't called that. It's been going on for a while, I think. But I digress. Oh, and pro wrestling, just, you know, I kind of reconnected with it again, and I'm disconnected from it again right now. The best thing to do is to peripherally follow it right now, I would say. That's another story, though. That's another story. Now, here's the thing. I've been talking about the first 3 months of 2023, right? How Master Duel was there, a little bit of Power Rangers and Super Sentai. I forgot to mention I started Live Man. I was talking about it earlier this year. And then And then I dropped it. That's another thing I need to pick up back up, but I'm not as interested in it as I am in anime. Here's the thing I forgot to say also about anime. I've been talking about how, for the first time in my life, even though I'm an anime boy, I'm interested in anime for the sake of anime, because I've never just watched it because it's anime. I'm not one of those people that like picking up the most popular shows of the season or something. I'm only picking up something that interests me. But now I'm more interested in anime, is what I was saying, right? I'm gonna pick up more things that I wouldn't have picked up before. If I watched anime before, it's because the plot interested me. And here's the thing, is that is still the case. That hasn't changed. I still don't watch anime for the sake of anime. Again, it's a medium, not a genre for me. And I realized it's not because I'm more interested in anime now for the sake of anime, as I say. It's because there are more anime that interest me than I thought. There are more plots that interest me than I thought. Many of them isekai. Maybe most of them isekai stuff, right? I phrase it as if I like kind of avoid anime or something, or I watch only one per year. Well, a lot of the time it's been like that. Even 0 per year, but I watch a lot of it. And it's not very difficult for a plot to interest me. It's just that there are other plots that are gonna interest me more, and I can only watch so much. I have many isekai anime from previous years, previous seasons that I haven't watched yet. I really want to watch. Hello, Danger. Welcome to the final Tajigen stream of 2023. Hope you had a great year. And all of you, Tajigen. We're looking back at 2023 right now. We're not talking about 2024 yet. And what we might have for resolutions. Been a while since I did like resolutions on screen and all that. But, you know, like wrote them down and they were on screen. Where would I put them now? Last time we had space for it, but we don't have space for it anymore. This is one of those moments in which I realize it's really weird not to be on the portal screen. The multi-dimensional portal screen. I'm not even centered correctly here anymore. But no, that time is over. That time is over. But what was I saying? Yeah, Live Man I need to pick up and finish again. I'm not that interested in Super Sentai, sadly enough, but there are some things that are taking my interest right now that are great. Doctor Who reignited the flame. The flame for Doctor Who was reignited, and I need to continue my big Doctor Who media journey. Right now I'm still in the first Doctor. You know, when I started this Doctor Who multimedia journey, I started it in January 1, on the 1st of January of 2018. So it's been a while now. It's been a while. And I'm on the farewell for Susan in the Dalek Invasion of Earth, but I still haven't finished it. But anyway. Right now, yeah, things are very different. Here's another thing that was going on March. And it really finished itself on April. It was Alternative Idol Constellations. Around March is when I was getting the confirmation that I was in the group. I was also getting a new job. So that was interesting overlap right there. So yeah, AIC was formed on that month. When did we announce it formally? I don't even remember anymore. I could probably scroll down on the Twitter history, but I don't know how much I have to scroll down for that. I could keep trying though. But yeah, it was around March, April. I'm not gonna scroll it down forever like that. I scrolled down all the way to April actually, and then Twitter didn't scroll down anymore. Interesting. Yeah, I just scrolled down to the very bottom, and it's showing my Kamen Rider Decade cover tweet. That's great. That's great. We released my greatest cover so far, which is Redemption, this year. Just very recently. It's been a month and a half, right? It's been like a month and a half right now. But yeah. So yeah, April is around when it was formed. We've had many things going on with us. But right now we are very happy to be releasing Alternative Idol. We are very happy to be releasing Tokimeki Runners, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, we are very happy to be releasing that on January 1st. It ended up being great. It works out great beginning the year in that way. 2024 is the big year in which we do a lot for that. Hopefully. I mean, we're still doing a lot right now. Nena did stream a lot this week. It is great. Hello, Tsuki, there you are. But I really hope you like what is gonna happen. I should probably pin the message, actually. Let me see if I can pin... I should pin the link. Why is it not letting me pin messages? doesn't have the... Huh? I can't see the option to pin messages. That's strange. It's been a while since I pinned the message on YouTube, actually. I think I don't have the option because of recent... No, never mind. We do have the option. This wasn't appearing. But yeah. Yeah, YouTube did a weird change this year that I don't approve of. But we'll see how things go in 2024 for that. But yeah, what was I gonna say? So things got started changing there in March, April, right? I believe April, as I saw, was the month in which we released Journey Through the Decade for our next cover. Justifies had been on December last year. Then April of this year, we had the Journey Through the Decade cover. And it was always my intention to have two gacked covers in a row. And it was always my intention to make them be Journey Through the Decade and Redemption. Redemption took a little bit longer, but it was for a good cause. You know, art had to take a while. MB, mixing, all of that. You can still watch it as my latest video on the channel. We're gonna talk about video uploading a little bit in 2024. But what was it for the middle of the year? Oh yeah, funny thing that happened in the beginning of the year that I hope doesn't happen. January, February, around that time. I can't believe it was this year because it feels so long ago. That's what I've been talking about. The PC repair saga. A terrible time. That's one of the bad things that happened this year. I don't even remember what was wrong with the PC anymore. But RAM ended up being an issue. On Discord, some people were talking about RAM memory. Well, Sukihara was talking about it a little bit. Suki, you were there. It reminded me of that because right now I have 32 gigabytes of RAM memory, but I'm gonna have to expand it eventually. One funny thing that happened after that is that if the RAM starts maxing out on my PC, the programs, the apps don't work anymore. They just don't work anymore. Instead of slowing down, they crash completely. It's very unnerving, right? Happy New Year, Sahori! Happy New Year to you as well. Yes, thank you for being here. Hope your 2024 is fantastic. More fantastic than 2023 was, especially if it wasn't fantastic at all. Pickle RAM. No, what are you doing to the poor RAM memory, Sukihara? Why would you pickle it and put it on a jar like that? Unless it works better that way, so maybe it is better. I don't know. But yeah, I'm eventually gonna upgrade the RAM to be 64 gigabytes because I need it because I need to avoid just the slightest hint of slowing down. Memory diagnosis tool. So it's a long story, Suki. It's actually better this way because if it goes back to the way it was before, it's doing a little nightmare that is done so many times now. And this year I couldn't find a solution for it. My previous solution, previous years when this happened, was to just switch the RAM memory myself. I don't know how to build a PC, unfortunately. I don't know how to dismantle it, but at least this much I can do. And I did it and it didn't work, so... The problem is that it doesn't read half of the RAM memory. So, I had a tech friend of mine fix it for me, and it was fixed in a way, I don't know how this works. I don't know what it is that he did to make this be possible, or if it's something he did or just a side effect of what he did. Again, I don't know much about this. I just know that he helped me out immensely and saved my life with the repairs he did. And he's not just a friend. Like he does this as a job, you know, repairing PCs, among many other things. But what is happening right now with the RAM is that in order not to read, at least this is what I think is happening. In order to avoid ignoring half of it, it's reading it in a way in which if it starts maxing out, instead of slowing down the programs, it crashes them. OBS just crashes altogether. Something like Chrome is gonna be white in all the screens. All the screens are gonna turn white, or it's gonna give me the error status access violation. Happened lately actually, but it's just like a minor error, not like the biggest one that could possibly happen, which is the screen's going white. Other programs just straight up crashing or not opening at all, like Master Duel crashing. That was one thing that was happening because it was there earlier for me this year, among other things. So even if it starts reading half the memory right now, it's at least gonna be 16 gigabytes. At least this is what's supposed to happen now. I hope that doesn't happen. It's gonna kill me. If that happens again. But I'll do my best to see what can be done. I'll have a technician again, either my friend or somebody else, whoever's available. It's kind of a mess to be taking my whole tower to a tech repair place, to a PC repair shop, whatever you want to call it. because I think I'm literally the only person doing that, or one of the very few. You see everybody else bringing tablets and laptops, and I'm here with my big gaming streaming tower. I feel like somebody is just gonna, like, I don't know, cut out the power in the place and then just assault me and steal it or something. It's kind of a weird feeling. But yeah, I'm digressing here. That was the terrible PC repair saga. Happens here and there, you know, these problems happen. I was hoping to upgrade the PC soon. Hopefully the budget is able to get better for that. Kind of a mixed bag right now when it comes to that. But it was a plan because Final Fantasy XIV is going to have a graphic upgrade that, from what I saw, my current setup is not going to be able to play it anymore. So depending on how things go, we might have a little hiatus from F14. Try pickling the RAM, it might help. Maybe it will help. Nah. I know you're just kidding. I know you're just kidding. But yeah, it's a strange issue. I'm explaining it in a way where you can tell I don't know. I don't understand really what the hell is going on. But I'm not somebody that knows these kinds of things. I'm bad when it comes to tech issues, and I get all sorts of weird tech issues happening in my life. Right? It's like the story of my life. You got somebody looking into an issue for me with my cell phone, with my PC, with something, with my air conditioner, and they're like, wow, I've never seen this happen in my life. 30 years of work, I've never seen this happen. Khaiden. Story of my life. I also had an air conditioner change this year. The AC I had wasn't working anymore. Took a lot of budget, but I was able to have the budget for that, thankfully. Didn't have to go out of my way to get more money for that. But it wasn't like a big issue, at least. It wasn't one of those story of my life situations I was talking about. But yeah, that's the big thing that happened at the beginning of the year. I'm hoping that next year is going to begin better. We'll see. What was my schedule like, actually? Like, we had a skip of like a few weeks because I couldn't stream for a few weeks. Right now I also have a job that uses the PC. I didn't have it at that moment. So it's going to be a problem if that happens. Really more of a problem. Like, when I get that PC upgraded, I'm gonna ask for time off in advance, so I can have time for it, to have it there, to have it assembled, the time it takes. Let me take a look at the schedules for this year, actually. Could be like a fun thing to talk about. Let's look at the first schedule of this year. We started at the very beginning of the year, which is hopefully what happens this coming week. At least we're gonna have a stream on January 2nd, so 2023, January 1st to January 7th. Sunday, January 1st to Saturday, January 7th. We had Terraria. We had Terraria on Twitch. We were doing the Pokemon Deluxe League streams on YouTube. We had FF14 on Friday. And we had the Japanese learning stream. Things didn't change that much on the rest of the year with that. Japanese learning streams are a big thing this year. Then the week after that, Fall Guys, the Pokemon Alola League creation, Japanese learning. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on January 15th to 21st. The Galar League of Pokemon. Yeah, I'm remembering this now. This repair saga took a little moment to start happening. Some of these streams were probably cancelled because of that. Hopefully that wasn't the case, but I hate it when that happens. It's happened too often recently. Yeah, Japanese learning and Fall Guys were there for quite a bit. Really, the only thing that hasn't been here for a while is Master Duel, but man, just talking about it makes me want to stream it right now. Not just play it, but stream it. Yeah, we skipped from January 29th to February 4th to the week of March 5th to March 11th. So February, we were out of commission for most of the month. That was the month that whole thing happened. Oh gosh, I don't want to go through that again. At least not anytime soon. But yeah, we played Smite. That might have been the first time we played it, but I'm not sure. On March 25th. Master Duel FF14. Oh yes, so March 31st. Friday, March 31st was the first time we did a double stream Friday, and we did it with Master Duel. I want to return to those double stream Fridays, but it's becoming a bit complicated to make that happen. And then Castle Crashers, yeah, that was April, as we were also, Chroma Squad, and I named the Chroma Squad after Alternative Idol Constellations. This was the big month we revealed AIC. Rem Royale Reforged we had. Wait a minute, I had Rem Royale on... That might have been a collab with I think it was a collab with Allurin. So on April 22nd, yeah. But it was early on the day. That's interesting. I had 2 streams on Twitch that day. I forgot that I had a double stream day, with both of them being on the same day. Yeah, on Friday we also had... Wait a minute. No, never mind. No, never mind. I think I got it wrong. That was a... Did a correction to that schedule, I think? I'm not sure. No, I think I did have 2 days in a row in which I streamed. I did 2 streams on the same day. We had the double Friday stream day, and then the Saturday after that was 2 streams. But okay. We had the Valorant... Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. We had a Valorant collab on April 26th with AIC. You know, Ace is the big Valorant player out of all of us. Valorant is fun. I can see myself getting more into it, but the thing that sucks about it is the region matchmaking. How you have to change your whole region, and when you do that, you don't have your progress from previous regions. You start at level 1 again. It makes me not invest myself in the game. But yeah. And that schedule art has art by Ace. Not able to show it right now on stream, but because it would be too much hassle to show it right now. But yeah, we had an unarchived karaoke on April 27. That was for the release of the Journey Through the Decade cover. We don't need a release of a cover for a karaoke, by the way. And it was the first unarchived karaoke here on the YouTube Dimension, actually. Every karaoke before has been on Twitch. Those unarchived karaokes have been great success most of the time, so that's great. Our return to Star Wars The Republic on May 4. We were still in Chroma Squad. The 39 Kamen Rider Challenge special stream on May 11. We might have something for a 40 Kamen Rider Challenge this coming year. I think it's gonna be a year in which I don't do anything for the challenge itself. I'm just gonna encourage people to do things because what am I gonna do? I've run out of ideas. I could show myself with the belts again, actually, because it can be the same thing I did this year, which is just, you know, showing graphics of myself with the belts and the devices from the riders and all that. But because what I did in 2022 for the 38 Kamen Rider Challenge was short covers of all the openings or theme songs of the riders. But can't do it again, right? It's just gonna be a re-upload of it. Though it can be a much better mix than last time. Much better singing than last time, even. We'll see. Yeah, on May 13 we had an AIC Fall Guys collab, I believe. We'll see what happens in the 40 Kamen Rider Challenge, though. The thing that would be new is because is that I'll be able to do it with my new self, with this new model. You don't play Valorant or League of Legends, that's fine, Tsukihara. I always have the Riot launcher open up. It's always there open. I have to... The Vanguard, that's what it's called, Vanguard. I always have to close it. Kind of annoying. It doesn't take much RAM or whatever. It's okay. Let me get some water here. Like I need a little bit here. As I'm speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking. As I always do. Wota! But yeah. I'm really happy. One of the things that was also make me very happy this year. So it takes quite a bit out of me, right? Is the double stream Fridays I did. I just fell in love with them so much. In previous years, I used to have a little situation with double streams before, where I had it on another channel and I had it here, but more recent times, more relevant times now, in a way. What we had in 2022, on Saturdays I had a D&D game session with a bunch of other VTubers. I met some great people through that. We eventually stopped. There's something that just kind of fell off. You know, we all were busier and had other things to do. But the first half of Saturday morning, we would be playing that D&D VTuber session. It was an isekai. It was an isekai. But when I tell you I love isekais, I'm not kidding about that. But in a way, this is an isekai for me, you know? Becoming a star cluster and becoming human like this. It's in a way an isekai. Just a voluntary isekai, I guess. Me coming down and taking this form. But yeah. And then on the second half of the day on Saturday, I would have my own stream. Probably still find the schedules for that, but right now I'm looking at 2023. Stream number 500. It's been over 500 streams on Twitch right now. We're not keeping count on screen anymore, but I am doing my best to keep count myself. I think the numbers have been a bit wrong here and there. It's one stream too many or one stream fewer, and it should be, but it's okay. This was the first year we co-streamed events such as the Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards. Thanks to Jeff Keighley for sending out stream official co-stream kits when you feel out of form, and I guess they have everything they're looking for in your channel. I don't know if they have any criteria. I tried to sign up for Gamescom, but I think I signed up too late, so they never sent me anything. So we didn't do an official co-stream for that one. But yeah, the Summer Game Fest was great. The Game Awards was great. I think it was fine enough for me. Then a Nintendo Direct watch-along. I'm expecting an announcement for a Nintendo Direct for the next console anytime now. But yeah, this week, this was the first time we used the new schedule art that I purchased from Nikki on Ko-fi, which is the current one we've been using. 19 June to 25 June. We had the Nintendo Direct watch-along. We had Fall Guys, and then we had Tea Time Talk with Lethia on Friday. So I had an AIC collab for Fall Guys on the first half of the day on Twitch. And then, not on my channel, but on her channel, I was on Talk Show. You can still find it somewhere. I searched, but I couldn't find it because I didn't search with Lethia. I searched Tea Time Khaiden, and we had the Tea Tuesday Talk streams show up. It was funny. You can probably still find it. I should probably put it maybe on a playlist somewhere. Collabs, maybe a collab playlist. That might be a good one. But like collabs in another channel. When you see me on other people's channels, but not on my own. I wasn't co-streaming that. Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year, Karma. Great to see you. Great use of that N right there. Not every keyboard is gonna have that Spanish N. Ñ. If you wanna make that sound as an English speaker, just think about GN. Like Bologna, whatever other songs. I can't. What is going on with my life right now? Other names, other words that are like that. When you see the GN combination, those two letters in a row, you have that. But yeah, we had a little bit of Fortnite this year. We had the karaoke relay organized by BV Vidette. Those were 2 weeks in a row being involved in a tea time talk show with another VTuber. Thank you for having me again, Lethia. And then being involved in a karaoke relay with many people. That was great. That was on July 2. And I was the last person in the relay. So that was funky. That was funny. Then we had the FF14 week. I need to have a day in which we're streaming 10 plus hours of FF14. We need to have that again. We had Dinkum for the first time. Many other things going on. Then more Fall Guys. So the last Fall Guys AIC collab, I think, was on 27 July. We should have another one, but right now, streaming is a bit different for everyone right now. A little bit of Lord of the Rings online. I took a look at the massively OP awards earlier today. Lotro was the MMO of the year for them. I need to get back to Lotro if they're saying that. Great things going on there. I think of saying yeah. Yeah. What was the stream where I was a cat when we created Alterborn, right? That might have been on August as well. I'm taking a look at August right now. 8 August, that may have been Machai or... No, I think it was Machai because when I did the new character, I said new character, yeah. The FF14 Fame Pass earlier today in Fall Guys. What an eventful year. Yeah, on 25th of August is when we created Alterborn. New character, yeah. And I was saying yeah the entire stream. That was also the swimsuit schedule graphic. It was so hot. I need to refresh myself a little bit. Kind of a weird way to phrase it, but anyway. Tea Tuesday talks, and then 5th of September is when I announced the new model on Tea Tuesday talk. First look at Shadowverse that week as well. Tajigen, oh, great way to say it, Karma. Oh yeah, that was card game week, 4 September to 10 September. Celebrate Commander at a Gachard, which I haven't even been watching. They've been doing interesting things with Gachard though, especially with the spin-offs and all that. Yeah, Triple Triad dedicated stream that week for FF14. When did we start World of Final Fantasy? It was like June or something. It's been going on for a while. The Sea Shanty singing stream for Talk Like a Pirate Day. Counting the times you say Nya on that stream and you said Nya so much I quit counting. Yeah, I know, Ski, I remember that. Yes, and then the week of October 9 to October 15. My new model self. Great things going on there. We had a couple of Among Us massive collabs. The last one was with Microphone Sing. It's another thing you're gonna be seeing in terms of covers next year, by the way. We're still working on it. Some complications have happened on my side regarding that, but We're working on it. We're gonna talk about Echo. We're gonna sing Echo. Look forward to that. I'm very happy with the way that song came out. Of course, before that, in fewer than 24 hours tomorrow, or already this day for you, Tokimeki Runners. Trust me, what was done, especially in the MV, oh my god, was it so good. The fulfillment of some of my dreams right there with the way it came out. Let me tell you that. It's pinned right there, by the way. The pinned comment is the link to that. You can open it, it's okay, it's just a waiting room. You can still listen to your favorite superstar, don't worry. Oh yeah, we had F099 on October, that's not so long ago. What did I do for Halloween? Oh yeah, it was the F14 collab with Alluring, right? Last year for Halloween we did Witches and Warlocks, an entire playthrough of the game. That was fun. And then Animal Crossing returned. I got the cheap capture card, which died on me like only after a month. But then I invested in the Elgato HD60X, it was worth it. Having lunch with the grandma, so I gotta go, but have a great stream. You have a great time, Karma, and a great new year. Whether it's New Year's Eve or New Year itself for now. Have a happy one, Karma. Thanks for being here. What's Kai-sama? Let's see. Yeah, the massive Japanese and English Among Us collab. It was a great time. I want to do more of those. I've fallen behind on my Japanese learning, unfortunately. The idea behind not doing the Japanese learning streams anymore was to focus on doing it off stream more. Because it's easier for me to do it off stream. But yeah. And yeah, the Redemption cover release on November 8th. Still so happy with that one also. But yeah. And an official co-stream for the Game Awards. The birthday subathon. Then what came out of that birthday subathon was Super Mario Maker 2. The art stream. WarioWare Inc. Kirby Superstar Deluxe. A Phasmophobia collab with Blinn. It's the last stream before this one actually. It's been like 2 weeks already since that. That's crazy. I haven't done my Spanish lessons in months now. I have not vanished it. Yeah. Right now, I'm phasing out of Duolingo though. Right now, I prefer to just focus on Rainshu. I don't think I'll be using Duolingo anymore. But yeah. That's what it's been like. We'll see what next week looks like with the streams. And how we will begin 2024. So many highlights of the year I could be talking about with 2023, but I'll be talking about it as we keep talking about 2024, I guess. We can do it like that. Let me see if I can begin writing down some things here. For the resolutions, maybe. Give me a second here. Just getting some more water. I need to refill the water, actually. Tell you what, let me just go AFK quickly. And we'll come back and begin talking about 2024. That's gonna be a great way to transition. Won't be long. BRB. Omatase shimashita. We have some more water here. Here's an unfortunate thing that happened here towards the end of the year. My voice has become a lot weaker. Also another reason why streams have slowed down a little bit. But we're working on that. We're working on that right now. Hopefully we have more covers coming up on 2024. Right now I've slowed down on some of the work I've been doing on covers. They wanted to do more, but yeah. As it gets weaker, it gets softer and softer and softer. My voice gets softer and softer and softer. Thank you for all the views that we've had this year. Something that's been out for over a year now. It was August 2022, I believe, when Dragon Ball Super Hero was getting released, which is the Limit Break Survivor English cover. It still continues to get view after view after view. I've seen some comments there about your voice is relaxing, and I still don't get how it's relaxing, but I appreciate it. Let's keep talking and talking and talking, right? As we stream. All the more reason to do more just chatting streams like this one. Zatsudans. More grab bag streams, as we've seen in Masahiro Sakurai's channel. Zatsudan is translated as grab bag. I can see why though, I can see why. Zatsudan means like, it could be translated as anything goes, sort of. It's used mostly for chatting streams, or chatting sections of a stream, but yeah. It's like that. And just chatting is a name created by Twitch, you know? It's a category for when you're just chatting. So it's like that. Man, I remember when they used to have the IRL category. See, this December is the 10th anniversary of something for me personally, which is the time in my life I discovered live streaming like this for entertainment, playing mostly video games, chatting with viewers like this, being an entertainer online in this way. I discovered it on Twitch 10 years ago, 2013. I discovered certain people. Some of them are still streaming, some of them are not. Some of them come back here and there. And I decided that I want to do this for the rest of my life. At least for a good chunk of it. Dedicated myself to it so much. Took a little while before I got started, but when I got started, it was with a bang. And we've done great things since. Myself from 10 years ago would be happy to see what I'm doing right now. Some things are a bit unexpected about it, but mostly I would be happy to see that. So here we are fulfilling the dream. Fulfilling the dream for sure. Let's keep fulfilling more dreams in 2024. So, Tajigen, what are your resolutions for 2024? Let me know in the chat or comments. Let me think about what mine are. I'm not gonna show them on screen visually, but just in general resolutions. Make them very general and loose so you don't break them within the first days already or something. You know, I'm going to exercise every day. You can just easily break that. I'm going to exercise more? Okay, yeah. Not gonna make that as a resolution though. It's complications right now that don't allow me to exercise as much, but well, there always are complications with that, but we'll see if we have more time for it. I would like to do it more. I mean, I don't want to do it, but I need to do it more. So in that sense, I would like to do it more. What's going on with my head here? Oh, sorry. I get all wonky sometimes, all funky. But yeah, so many great VTubers I discovered this year that I was so glad to meet. Something from Tokimeki Runners right here. 出会いてそれだけで奇跡と思うんだよ。出会えてそれだけで奇跡と思うんだよ。Meaning somebody can be a great miracle, hey? 奇跡と思うんだよ。Tomorrow you'll see more of that. Ah, such great people I met this year. I'm so happy to have met them. So people I met before where I finally did great things with them. I'm happy about that. There's great potential in 2024. I need to put myself to work more on certain things. For resolutions of 2024 is to be able to improve certain aspects of my health that have been a bit iffy lately, so that I can stream more and do it all better. I'm on the path towards that. And I'm doing my best in that regard. Play the Pokemon Journey That's for me off stream, because it's the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. I was planning to finish each of them in 1 month, so it would be red, blue, green, yellow. I have a way to play green. It's also because I'm learning Japanese. Then gold, silver, crystal, fire red, leaf green, not in this order, ruby, sapphire, emerald. All of those games are 12 games, so it's perfect for 12 months. Then I buy a Nintendo DS on the holiday of next year and start Animal Crossing New Leaf on the 3DS actually. And I start the DS games as well. Something like that, something like that. That's the plan at least. We'll see how things go. 3DSs are quite expensive actually. More expensive than you would think. Like, a Switch Lite is cheaper than some 3DSs out there. Because I'm a maniac and I want to get that 3DS XL Galaxy model, it gets to be more expensive. Probably not gonna get it for now, but I'm digressing here. Play Animal Crossing the entire year. Doesn't have to be every single day, but most days. Not a week passes by in which I don't play Animal Crossing. That's gonna be another resolution. Here's a big resolution I want to tell you about. And we're gonna talk about the rest of the resolutions later because this needs more talk. Upload more videos on YouTube. That's gonna be... You know what? I think I am gonna show the resolutions on screen. Give me a second. Let me show it here on stream. 2024 New Year's resolutions. Improve health even more, right? I mean, I still want to do double stream Fridays if I can. That's a scheduling thing too, but we'll see how it goes. Let me rephrase that actually. Right there. The great Pokemon journey. I still want to have Pokemon Violet on stream. I would love to... It's gonna take a while to finish it actually. If World of Final Fantasy took a while, Pokemon Violet might take even longer. I don't know, which one takes longer? That's the big question right there. Because then I also want to play Pokemon Shield. But yeah. What is resolution number 5 right here? Well, I'll talk more about it later actually. Let me remove that. It's something I'm still debating right now. It might take a little while for this to kick in on the new year, but I'm gonna do a slight... I don't know if we can call this a rebrand, but let's call this a rebrand for now. A slight rebrand and going back to something I used to do, but didn't quite continue doing because other things were coming up in my VTuber self. I had to start focusing on other aspects of VTubing. But I think I'm gonna become more of a... I'm gonna change directions, so it might be a while before you see a new cover. A long time maybe. At least on my channel, we're still gonna see United Tour, Alternative Idol Constellations, but this is what makes me hesitate towards doing that, right? I want to become more of a content creator that's... What do you call those content creators? Informational? Talking about such things such as continuity in Kamen Rider, in Doctor Who, in MMORPGs or something like that maybe, you know? What's been complicated about that, and I've been debating with that for such a long time, is that it's hard to reconcile that, if you can say that word for this, with the rest of the VTuber activities I want to keep doing, which is covers and streaming and being an alternative idol, being an entertainer in those dimensions. I had a great conversation with a VTuber manager that I would love to hire if I have the money, but I haven't had it. I'm not gonna have it anytime soon. But it's in this conversation that they were doing, and they said something where it's a little bit possible to do that. There's a little bit of a strategy you can do towards that, but it's still something I'm debating how to do properly. I might need more consultations with marketers, managers, somebody who knows more about that. I suck at marketing or anything remotely related to it. Promoting myself, I do my best with that, but I'm always missing something with that. It's a little bit of a different topic now. But yeah, just improve that, probably. Now, this upload more video situation could also take the form of shorts. I was supposed to do more shorts. That Beaver Warrior True Name, I think, was this year. I need to do more with my current model because it needs to be lightweight. Otherwise, it might be confusing to upload something from the previous model. There are some good clips out there, but We'll have to leave them for another time. They need to be edited though, just like that clip. They need to be edited. I need to take my time with them. It may not take that long to do. There's an easy way to do it. There are some websites that make them vertical for you. Combo was one like that. It's a really good one, but for the most part, I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna do it myself in DaVinci Resolve. It's actually easier that way. It's more intuitive. No, intuitive is not the word. It's more... You're able to do more. It's always like that with anything of the sort, you know? One day I want to create an RPG Maker game. I don't think it's going to be a resolution for 2024, but if you use the tools of RPG Maker, you can do a great game, but then if you start coding, which is also an option, but it's completely optional, if you start actually inputting codes in the game, coding, you can do much more than RPG Maker allows you with its regular tools. But you have to know these things. DaVinci Resolve, I wouldn't call myself an expert. I wouldn't call myself a video editor expert or even a video editor. Just edit videos in the best way I can. And well, I'm capable of doing some things after years now. It's been years using Resolve. See, that's the thing. I don't think I'm ever going to stop using Resolve. I'm not going to invest in Adobe... What was it called? Adobe... What's it called? No, Fireworks is something else, right? Adobe... Well, whatever the Adobe program was for video editing, I forget right now. Not gonna invest in another one that's higher end, or even in the paid version for DaVinci Resolve. Which is great, I'm sure, but yeah, that's the great thing about Resolve, you know? It's free, completely free, and you have so much available. The things that are locked away from you, from being free to play, I was gonna say. Free to use, I guess, for being in the free version of it. You can do without them. You don't need those things. It's mostly filters I've seen. Just filters for something. Okay, this is for the paid version. I don't really need this. I can go for something alternate. So there's that. So we shall see. Eventually, I would, of course, want to hire a video editor. There's potential for many videos. This is something I used to do, but I've since taken down the videos. Some of them need to be remade if I do go for this direction again, which is doing Command Writer informational content. There are some things there are some things to highlight about Command Writer. Some things to say about that only I had to say. Nobody else was talking about that. That's always something valuable as a content creator. There may not be an audience for that. That's the caveat. You still have to consider that. But that's one of the big things you have to do. If somebody is not doing that and you're the first one to ever do it, you have done something great that's gonna almost guarantee, pretty much guarantee, you're gonna rise. You're gonna grow, and well, grow well. So here's the thing, almost guarantee. Not pretty much, almost guarantee, because you have other aspects to keep in mind. How much of an audience is there for that kind of stuff for Command Writer? Maybe I'll switch to something else. How do I make it so that it's the biggest complication, the biggest dilemma, and why I haven't done much with this yet? How much can I branch out from what I'm doing? If I talk about continuity, okay, I talk about it in Command Writer, I talk about it in Doctor Who, but I didn't really relate it? I don't know. There needs to be something that links them together that makes them a sort of common factor. I discovered this great channel, reaction channel. That's literally, they just upload reaction and they discuss what they just reacted to. For Doctor Who, they were reacting to Doctor Who stuff. But then you look at the channel of that person and they have other series completely unrelated to Doctor Who. The Walking Dead or something like that, for example, they react to it. And so they're not really related at all, but they're all series that you can react to, and it's reactions. That's the link you have right there. But then even if I have something like this going on, I don't have covers. They're not relevant. Covers are not related to that. Live streams related to video games are not related to that. Unless I do start talking about continuity in certain video games, there's potential for MMORPGs, for F14 and other things. There's potential for what we can do with the stories there. That's always this big ambitious project I keep thinking about for these things. And at some point, I feel like I just want to get started with that. And I would have done it already if it were not for this dilemma of I'm making the channel too varied. Variety is not bad necessarily, but this is less variety and more like randomness. It's like you have this gardening channel that you love. And it's dedicated to gardening and doing great things about gardening. But then they upload a video of what could be super unrelated to gardening. I was gonna say cooking, but it's still something that kind of uses your hands, so even that could be a relation. Kinda. Well, it does use your hands. They start uploading gameplay for Call of Duty, for example. Video game gameplay, anything. Nothing to do with gardening. They're not even doing Animal Crossing Flowers or Stardew Valley or something that's tangentially related at least, right? Because you do gardening in the game. No. They start uploading FPS game footage. And it's like that. They have that as well. The channel is gonna have problems with viewership because of that. Not just on the videos themselves. Okay, the video game videos are not gonna get that many views. That's okay, I can just still upload them. No, there are more problems with the overall growth and viewership of the channel and all that. This is the dilemma I've been having. This is what I've been having a dilemma with. Just what direction to take things with and how much I have to just let go of other things. I don't want to stop streaming myself playing video games and talking to you all like this. Again, that's something that makes it possible. Something that makes it very possible, but we shall see how it goes. For now, I'm still planning to have the first week of this year be normal. January 2nd, we're gonna have a stream. It's gonna be the... What's the event called again? The New Year's event for Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna do it with Alluring. It's gonna be... Rika is wishing us Happy New Year from the future on our private Discord server. Nice. I think it's also New Year for Ace, people that I'm so glad to have met. We really are a worldwide situation going on. Alternative Idol, love it. The biggest complication, of course, is finding a time that works for all of us or something. We've flirted around with the idea of having a stream, all of us. Of course, we've talked about it. It's something we should talk about at some point, but it hasn't been possible. It hasn't been possible. I hope it is possible eventually. Maybe I collab with a game, maybe just chatting, maybe a future Zatsudan related to a cover. That would be great, but we'll have to see what is possible. I'm not promising anything. Maybe I've done already too much by talking about something that's not going to happen, but potential something that's not going to happen, right? What was I going to check on Discord? Yeah, Luring posted me the link. Heavenstorm, there we go. Heavenstorm 2024. I'm still on Heavensward, so it's a relevant thing to have. Last year on Heavenstorm, I hadn't started Heavensward yet. We were still in a Realm Reborn doing things. I mean, I finished base Heavensward, but post vanilla Heavensward, that's what we need to get back to. Feels like it's been an eternity without that. And my monitor just disconnected. Hold on. My monitor on the left, that is. That VGA cable is a nightmare. Anyway, just reconnected it again. My central monitor, sometimes the power cable unplugs itself, sort of. Like I have to just tighten it. It's not I don't have to disconnect it or reconnect it entirely. It's just doesn't look like it moved at all. I just have to grab it and tighten it a little bit, and it does that. It's weird. I maybe should get a new power cable or something. What I really want to get is an Oculus Rift CV1 cable. I was flirting around with the idea of getting a new virtual reality headset, but what I really need to have is a new cable for the Rift CV1. It's an old model, you still need sensors for that. It's only for the PC, it's not, outside of the PC. But I'll see if I can still get myself an Oculus Quest 2 or 3. Or even another headset, a Pico 4, I've heard great things about that one. Don't know much about it, but I've seen it on sale. It's like the same price of the Oculus Quest 3 right now. So I don't know. But yeah, there's gonna be some potentially drastic changes to the direction of what we're doing for the channel, but we'll see how it goes. Any other channel that I've seen do this is still related to VTubing, It's a great channel that talks about VTubers a lot. More than one channel, actually. They talk about VTubing in general. Either advice for VTubing or just things in general related to VTubing. But you also see covers of songs like King, Canaria. How do you say it? I don't even know. Canaria, I'm gonna say. That sort of thing. But it's relevant because VTubers do that a lot, right? Even if it's not something like King, just a cover in itself done in VTubing style, I mean, they are VTubers as well, works. But if I start talking about linking together stories in Final Fantasy XIV or something like that, okay, the redemption cover is relevant, but covering the meaning of truth from F-Zero, how is that relevant exactly, right? That is the question right there. That is the question. I start talking about Kamen Rider continuity and stuff like that. Okay, a Kamen Rider cover covering Justifies Journey Through the Decade, that's relevant. But then a cover for Canaria's King, what does that have to do with it? Maybe Kamen Rider GO, if you will. But not really. It's not really related, right? That's the problem right there. Let me have some water here. Maybe I am overthinking this and it's not as bad as I thought. Not niching down as much. Niching down. How do you write that? Niching down. You write it with the E at the end and then ing? Or do you just remove the E and just go for ing? I think you have the E at the end. But yeah. Let me take a look at the Kamen Rider Daily account right now. Not many replies right now to the question, but that's okay. Somebody's mentioning Black Sun for this year. That didn't come out this year. X-Kids vs. Boffa and Tycoon. That was some special that came out this year. You know what my favorite piece of Kamen Rider media is from this year? Is the Shinobi meets Tycoon special. First of all, because it brought back Kamen Rider Shinobi, acknowledging that it would have happened in 2022 and it would happen now in 2023. And it brought back Ryo Murasame Kamen Rider Sekros, played by the original actor. He has white hair now. He probably dyed it just for that. He looks older, visibly older from his last appearance 9 years ago. He's old, but he doesn't look like he can't just move around and something. He looks like he could kick your ass. He had a red leather jacket, white pants. Transforming into Sekros is insanity. It's so good. I'm falling in love with Sekros even more this year. I hope we have Kamen Rider Spirits as an anime sooner than later. Gonna be interesting to see what voice actors they get for that, for the writers and the characters. Buto PI proved to me that even if the actors are very different, even if the voices in the anime are very different from the original live-action versions of the characters, it still works really well. Live action is where it doesn't work that well for me, but something about being anime makes it work a lot more. Like Axel, Ryu Terui, in Futo PI. It sounds completely different than the actor who played Axel originally in live action. I forgot his name, Kinomoto something something. But yeah. The Kamen Rider Daily account, I couldn't even tweet things for a little while right there. We broke, a while ago, we broke the streak of having every single day something posted on Twitter. I had like 2 or 3 years in a row being able to do that really well. Really well. We did great things with that. You have to use a bio break. Welcome back, Tsukera. We're talking about the potential direction, change in direction in the content. I still will do covers, right? I'm still gonna be in AIC. The Yutaito Tour event, I want to enter more things like that. Mostly, if I'm gonna do covers, I need to talk more about what can be uploaded in terms of copyright and all that stuff. You bought a star fruit, nice! I don't think I've ever had that in my life, funny enough. I've seen it a lot, but I don't think I've ever had it. And I'm very hesitant with new food that I've never tried before. It looks weird, potentially. The star fruit maybe doesn't look weird, but looks different enough for me. That's ironic, right? Ironic, but yeah. Sometimes there's new food that I try and it's like the nastiest thing ever. I regret putting that in my mouth. So no. I'm not adventurous when it comes to that. It's an amazing and tangy taste. It's great though. That tangy is tangy, right? Not tangy. That tangy taste might not be what I'm looking for though. I keep thinking of tangerine, and that's what I keep thinking is tangy. But when everybody talks about tangy in Animal Crossing, well, they pronounce it like that. I feel like it's a potato-tomato situation. Potato-potato, tomato-tomato, that's what I meant to say. Goku Kakaroto. Piccolo. Freezer, Frieza. And then the way you write Frieza is different sometimes too. You have the double E or do you have the IE after the FR? Anyways, I'm digressing again. That's one of the big resolutions of 2024. I don't know, I guess I've talked about everything I need to talk about regarding that. Well, this one might take me longer talking about that, but yeah, I'm gonna be figuring out as we continue live streaming. To be honest with you, I considered a brief hiatus. I can't say words anymore. As I do that, but I have many reasons to continue streaming as well, which is great. Hopefully we're still able to keep doing it. I don't see how exactly we're gonna be figuring out what we're gonna be doing in terms of video content, but we'll figure it out. We might come back to this video and see that we figured something out. As Khaiden right now here talking, maybe for that later. I was looking at my at some streams I did before recently, and it reminded me why I want to keep streaming. You know, I don't usually do that, unfortunately. I probably should do that more, but it's kind of difficult for me to do it for a bunch of reasons. Watching my own videos, or at least part of it. Watching my own streams, I mean. I watch my own videos a lot, but the streams not as much. And you know, it's because also they're very long, right? Has a lot of hours you're investing on that. One thing when you're streaming it, one thing when you're not streaming it, I mean. You're dedicated to watching it, but when you're the one streaming it and rewatching it, it's a lot of your time. You did 3 hours of the stream itself, and then you gotta do another 3 hours of it again. 6 hours already, that can be a lot. A lot. Imagine if I do a 12-hour stream. We got some nice 12-hour streams this year. I wanna have at least one every year. I need to have something like that at least once per year. Could be a subathon. Could be a subathon. You have at least one subathon per year as well. On Twitch, of course. That's on the Twitch dimension. Could be called a donathon. I've never heard anyone say memberathon. Membathon. That sounds weird. Memba. You can say member as memba in certain accents, so membathon. Something sounds weird about that, so I'm not gonna say it anymore. Never mind. I don't know, join-a-thon, because you join instead of sobbing for the button, which I hope we have here in the channel sooner than later. You have to get verified on YouTube still for that, right? I'm gonna have to verify the channel. They ask for very personal things now to verify. I talked with Team YouTube on Twitter a while ago because of that. Like, man, what have you done? Why did you ask for this information? Probably for monetary reasons, but they didn't ask for it for the longest time. So, what changed now? What is different? What changed now in YouTube? But yeah, I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and verify myself like that. That's okay. Yeah. Mostly they ask for your ID. And what I've seen, it works for many countries. It's fine. At least they're doing it right? Right? Hold on, give me a second. Let me check something quickly here. So I wish I could talk in more detail about what's gonna come in 2024, but those are the big things to look forward to. More alternative idol content. Then we need to make another collab with members. Again, we are gonna look for new members. That's that much I think I can tell you. I hope I didn't say this too soon, but yeah, we are gonna look for new members. Tokimeki Runners is gonna come out the way it's gonna come out. Some members are gonna change from that though. Don't worry, some of the changes are not gonna be that big. Many of the people you see there already, they're gonna be there for sure. I hope I can see you there tomorrow for the premiere. I hope I can wake up on time. Because I'm up at past 12 a.m. for the new year, right? It's gonna be 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. I hope to be up on time. Yeah, I didn't wake up that late. I did forget to go into Animal Crossing City Folk. I didn't have time for that because I wanted to get some turnips from Joanne. And I don't time travel, so I'm not gonna be able to get them this week anymore. Yesterday, I forgot KK's lighter was there. Forgot it was a Saturday, which is a good thing. This is the vacation time I should be having. You're falling asleep at 7 a.m. What are you talking about? I know the feeling, Suki. Even if you don't make it on the premiere itself, hey, the video's gonna be there. We're gonna be promoting the hell out of it. Absolutely. I already changed my profile picture, by the way, for the Tokimeki Runners art. We're definitely gonna use it for the schedule graphic. Probably gonna polish it tomorrow as well. Or it could be later today as well. Could be later today as well, but I should probably upload it after you see it on the video, so I was gonna say don't spoil too much, but we have that on the preview. I hope you look forward to it. There are some surprises in the video itself. Let me tell you that. Oh yes. Tsuo-san! Akemashita omedetou gozaimasu, Khaiden. Arigato, Tsuo-san. Now, what did Akimashita mean? I'm guessing it's New Year, Tsuo-san. Did you tell me if you were in Japan or not? It's been past New Year for several hours right now in Japan. Right now it's 3 a.m. Akimashite. I didn't actually know how you say New Year. More things to learn. But yeah, こちらこそ Tsuo-san. Akimashite omedetou gozaimasu. Let's have you more Japanese learning this coming year. I was happy to see that I was able to talk more in Japanese than I thought on the Among Us Japanese collab. Maybe on the next one we should stream it over on YouTube. We need to have more collabs streamed here as well. See, I was considering doing a restream on both Twitch and YouTube for this stream, but I couldn't feel like I had set it up properly on time, so I just left it on YouTube, which is fine too. It's fine too. Okay. Yeah, right now in Japan it's 3:30 a.m. I believe. It's late. If we do any Japanese learning streams again, at least I want to do 1 or 2 more so we can get to 30 streams of that. I'm gonna do it on Saturday evening, so it can also be Sunday morning for Japan. It's a good time to bring in other Japanese speakers. Sunday evening or so, early evening is when I was doing it, which is like, it's like 8 a.m. on Monday in Japan. No way anybody from there is gonna watch me, for the most part. But yeah. I would like to reach audiences for that too, as I'm learning the language. It's a good idea for that, right? I learn Japanese on stream and they potentially learn English from me. It's also Spanish. I speak Spanish and all that. If every once in a while I collab with somebody in Spanish and they say something like that, I know I can talk with them and all that, but I never really thought about making it a big part of my content. I have a couple songs in Spanish for some covers. Limit Break Survivor has a version of that. The ending to the first Yu-Gi-Oh anime, Ashita Moshi Kimi ga Kowarete mo, just a small Spanish version of that, but really not much regarding that. I just don't see myself doing it. There's gotta be other big reasons for that, I would say. Maybe this is gonna be the year we finally play Minecraft. I need to have a big occasion for that. Still thinking about some things we can do for that. I have some ideas. There is something that potentially could make it even better. A VTuber has never played Minecraft. That's madness. But here I am. Here I am somehow. Somehow. It's gonna be 2027 or something by the time I started. 2028. Better late than never anyway. That game is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere anytime soon, I think. I have to learn about it though. There's like Bedrock or something versions. I don't know what the difference is between them. I have no idea. What was it, Java? Which I don't get because Java is like, I don't know if it's a game engine, but it works for a bunch of different things. I've seen it mostly for like certain programs in Windows. I don't know. It's not on Mac, I think. I don't know. You gotta get Bedrock Minecraft because that's the version me and a lot of others playing. Okay. I have no idea what the difference is, but I should get that one. Yeah. Let's get that one as well. Can connect a Bluetooth controller to Java. See, I had no idea something like that even existed. Okay. How does that even work, right? Because you're plugging it into the PC, not to the game. That doesn't make sense to me. That the game doesn't recognize it if the PC recognizes it. But sometimes it's kind of like that. Kind of like PlayStation 4 controller or PlayStation 5 controller not being recognized properly. You have to make it look like an Xbox controller sometimes. Steam is able to recognize it just fine. Final Fantasy 14 can recognize it just fine, but well, not just fine. You have to calibrate it there because it gets the buttons wrong. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Let me get some more water. My voice gets weak. We still listen to Stream Beats by Harris Heller by Senpai Gaming. Can't recommend it enough. This is the chip tune playlist. No, it's a playlist with both chiptune and synthwave for the stream. Those are the two we listen to the most. Pardon me. Give me a second, I'm getting a phone call. That was good timing there. 1 second. Yes, I muted myself this time, Suki. I don't want you to hear how I'm going to go to the telemarketer's house and murder their family. Not a nice thing to listen on stream, right? Yeah, it's funny because it's the way it happened last time. Because when I have the capture card going on, I add more things to the audio mixer, and I don't have enough space in the audio mixer to look at everything. I have to scroll through them, and I can't see that it wasn't the microphone. It was the game I actually muted. Whatever. We didn't hear much. Just the death threats to the telemarketer. Nah, you didn't hear them. It's okay. Last time. Oh, Kirby Superstar. We're still gonna play it. We're still gonna play it. And we're still going to suffer through it. Man, last time it really got me bad. I feel terrible about the way I was responding to it on stream. I feel like I gotta even apologize for that, but next time is gonna be better, I promise. We have to do a next time just for that, to make it better. And it's gonna be even more difficult than what we did last time. I might be okay checking a guide, because what's difficult about it also is that it's a puzzle where you have to go. I've been thinking of someday doing a Super Mario game. Can you imagine me in the special world in Super Mario World? That thing is a nightmare. It's Kaizo-like for those levels. But I played quite a few of those in Super Mario Maker 2 and cleared them. You don't get to save state in Mario Maker 2. And I have a Christmas tradition of playing, started this year, of playing Mario All-Stars and Mario World on Christmas. Reminds me of a certain time in my life. Adventure Quest, Frostbite Gift Delivery as well. You know, I realized that I participated in many wars in a row in the 2010s. 2013, no. 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That was my streak. And then after 19, I didn't play until now. So I missed 3 years of it. I have All-Stars. Wasn't in like a limited run or something. The 3D All-Stars 1 on the Switch, which is one of the weirdest things I've seen Nintendo do. They're super weird sometimes. Super Mario 99, for example. Why would you make it have an expiration date? Are you out of your mind? What are you doing? It's like me having the new model, and then I'm like, okay, after February 2nd, you're never gonna see this model again. It's gonna expire. What are you talking about? Well, actually, that doesn't sound entirely wrong, because, you know, the previous model is gone. But I mean, think of it this way. I would retire this new model, and I would go back to my previous self and never go back to this model. That wouldn't make... That would be weird. Why are you doing that? They're trying new marketing strategies to revolutionize the gaming world, as they usually do, but sometimes that doesn't work. It's like the Wii U is meant to revolutionize the gaming world, but it didn't do it right. It really failed on that. The Wii U, though, I don't think it was a big mistake in their part, in the sense that they didn't read the room, or I hate that expression, read the room, by the way. But let's not say that. They didn't understand gaming. They understood it very well, and it's like, it's a mistake that should have happened, that it was inevitable. It's the logical step to take, but it... yeah. We'll see what the Super Switch is gonna be like. You hate that too? You mean the expression or the Wii U? I hate that expression. It's very, very dismissive and very cruel. Very mean-spirited. Read the room is like assuming everybody knows social cues and all that. There's a good number of people, neurotypical and neurodiverse both, that don't know how to do that, and I'm one of them. And like, come on, man. That's a very... almost sounds gatekeepy. Gatekeepy, that's a funny word. I hate it. I hate it. It always sounds very very I don't know, very mean-spirited when somebody says it. But yeah, this coming year might be the next Nintendo console for both good and bad, because I gotta get that money to get that new console. I mean, to be fair, the Switch, I got it in 2018. It was 1 year after it came out. March 2017, and I got it like, what was it, August or September 2018? Yeah. It's like that. Even if it's a little bit late, it's fine, but now that I'm really going as content creation and all that, I feel like I gotta have it more. Should be fine with the capture card. I don't see why it would be different. There's no reason to have anything but HDMI nowadays, right? But you never know. It's like DVD players and VHS players. They lasted for a little bit, but Blu-ray players have been around since forever. Although DVD players are still around, actually. Still get released. You're definitely neurodivergent. I have a neurodivergent radar as an ND person myself. Well, see, Suki, I shouldn't call myself that until I have an official diagnosis of something. Oh, you got the Switch on Christmas or 2018? Off 2018 thing, you mean, right? So yeah, that works really well too. Man, I invested a lot of money in things in 2018 because that's also the year in which I got the Rift, the Oculus Rift headset for the first time. I'll never forget my first experience in VR chat on the same day I got it, I think. It's a little funny story. I met this guy that was just kind of role-playing, but he was like very entertaining. And I'm like, wow, people do this in VR chat all the time. But not quite. The PS2 can read DVDs? Used to have a Blu-ray player. Yes, I forget some PlayStation consoles can do that. I mean, you look at an Xbox Series S, a PlayStation 5, can they read Blu-rays and DVDs? They gotta be able to. They gotta be able to at this point. My Wii, I don't think you can read that. I never knew if it did or not. I don't know. Doesn't matter if it doesn't read them. I have an optical drive that I can connect externally to the PC. I haven't played a DVD in forever. I have a few. PS5 can read PS4, sorry, can read Blu-ray. Should be able to. Like that should be able to. I don't know. I don't wanna spend money on a PS5 anytime soon or ever. Let's save that money for PC upgrades. It's gonna be more than the PS5, but still. All the more reason not to buy the PS5. Let me go test with my Miku Live concert Blu-ray disc. Let's go. Obviously, those things are not gonna work on the Switch, right? So that doesn't come into the conversation. Game cartridges are the best, let me tell you that. I'm not opposed to CDs at all, but the real way going forward, let's keep doing cartridges. They're perfect for video games, you know? I love cartridges. I love cartridges. For things. CDs are still great and should have a place though. This don't work with the Switch. That's what I just said. That's what I just said, Suki. I keep trying to picture an alternate timeline where they make them work with the Wii U games that has a port that you can optionally connect. It's not always connected. You connect it sometimes only to read Wii U games. There's no need for that, right? They mostly port them. That's what they plan to do from the beginning, I think. But hold on, my monitor disconnected again. This cable is so fragile. I hate it. But yeah. What was I saying? Or an alternate timeline where the GameCube has a cartridge slot for Nintendo 64 games. The Nintendo 64 has an SNES cartridge slot. The SNES can read NES games without issue. Were they able to read NES games? I don't remember. All their mobile consoles they were doing, their handheld consoles, they were doing backwards compatibility, but with the home consoles, it was a mixed bag. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. So glad that we can read GameCube games. So glad about it. So glad about that. But yeah, for New Year's resolutions, I have the fifth one. I still do want to improve my singing more though. I was doing vocal exercises, but then I stopped doing that. Right now I gotta like fix some things related to my voice when it comes to health, but with that being said, we can do a lot of singing improvement. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do regarding that. So that's gonna be another resolution for 2024. We should add... Hold on, let me see. Can I add a border to this? Let's add an outline. Let's add a little outline to the resolutions. The resolutions. That's the best we can do with the outline. Wish they would let you make it bigger because it looks much better. Photoshop, for example, you can do it. Can we make them bigger? Let me try something. Yeah, it doesn't let me. So let's just put it at the biggest it can possibly be. Better than nothing. And well, when it comes to resolutions, I feel like that might be everything that I can think of right now. Okay, let me try another one. It's a bit more specific, but... Upgrade PC. This is a money thing. This is a money-making thing. We'll see how the budget is. Upgrade the PCs. Already time I upgraded the GPU, the CPU. And, well, it's going to require the power supply to be upgraded as well. It's going to be more watts. And the power supply is super, super, super important. And then even the motherboard is going to have to be changed. Basically everything. PC prices are great right now. I heard some people say that they might rise again. Supplies are running low a little bit. So that's gonna be bad for me. But there's such great affordable prices for like the 3070, 3080 graphic cards. Great prices for our Ryzen 9, for example. So that's great to see. So even if I make them downgraded a little bit, like a Ryzen 7, for example, it'll be at a very affordable price. There's a lot of potential with that. Plug the PS4 in your room. Nice. Yeah, take a look at it. See what you have available in it. Still waiting until some games get released from there. Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16. Not that I'm playing anytime soon at this rate, but that's okay. Okay. I was gonna say keep up with anime more on the resolutions, but I'm gonna put it there for now. I think it's fine like this. This is dependent on what we do with video content, but I'm gonna put it here like this. Do more collabs, and especially have them streamed on YouTube here as well. I might do a restream as well. We'll see how it goes. What I don't like about restream is when you merge the chats, it doesn't look quite right. It's something that kind of looks, I don't know, something tacky about it that kind of takes away from the stream. Looks kind of cheap on a VTubers, on a live streamer's stream. Just sort of not stored properly. Oh! Hopefully everything's okay there. Those are gonna be my things right now. We'll see if we do a restream, something I still want to do. Maybe for one of the streams next week, maybe. We'll see what we stream next week. I was hoping to do a double stream Friday, but I don't think that's gonna happen. World of Final Fantasy, Pokemon TCG are still pending. Still deciding, kind of undecided if I'm gonna do things off stream that I still needed to do. Still need to do them. We'll have to see how things go. For the most part, I'm gonna spend some days doing something that I didn't do for the past 2 years, which is listening to the top songs of last year. There are a lot of songs that really define 2023. I tried to keep them at 100, but it ends up being way more than that. It's just, you know, so many things, so many different places for me this year. It's definitely worth listening to. It plays Blu-ray discs. Yes, let's go, Suki. We have the Miku live concert right now. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, right now is a good time to tell you all though. Thank you so much for a fantastic 2023, Tajigen. It was so nice to meet you all today. I met so many new Tajigen members today. Tajigen members, you're a gang member. And so many great VTubers. Some things, let me say it right now, I wish could have been better. I wish we could have done more with certain things on this year, but overall, looking back at it, we did so much more. And we're in a very different place than we were at the beginning of January. And that's the way it should be for every single year. A bit noisy though, this reading like spinning. Yeah. Thank you all. At this point, I don't have any words anymore for how grateful I am for you all. I hope to continue having you on the journey of 2024. I am hoping we're going to do some great changes that will take us in a higher dimension. We shall see. We shall see. It will depend on what we can do. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of great potential. For now, tomorrow, we begin the year immediately with Tokimeki Runners, with my fellow Alternative Idol members. Stay tuned for more changes to AIC. There's going to be some changes to that as well. And what we're going to do for the next songs. We already know what the second song is going to be. Of course, I'm not going to tell you. You'll find out when the time comes. But we already know what the song after Tokimeki Runners is going to be. I got to stop myself because I was going to just sing it for a moment. And you're going to know already. But no. Let's save that for a nice reveal when the time is right. The same for the next cover. I'll tell you this, for myself, for my next cover on the channel, it'll be a while before that happens. I don't know what the next song is going to be. I haven't decided yet. There's a song that could be great, but there are some issues with using that song, if possible. But we'll see if it's possible. That was a lot of possible in those sentences right there. My monitor just unplugged itself again. Hold on. I keep bumping into the cable more than before. Hang on. Okay, just did it again. What did I want to talk about again? I need to go back to having like bullet points of things that I'm going to talk about in future streams, especially Zatsudan streams. We were doing it in Tuesday Talks as well. Oh yeah, here's the thing about the streams we were doing a lot this year. So Japanese learning streams, they have brought great success, but I think for now I'm not going to do them. I kind of was getting tired of them, to be honest with you. As nice as they are. Not nice enough that I'm gonna keep doing it past that. I mean, yeah, that's the thing right now. So for now, they're gonna stop a little bit. Tuesday Talk was a series of streams I was hoping to get started with, but I don't think it's gonna be as much of a frequent thing as I wanted to before. Especially since we have a lot of games we want to play, we want to give room for a lot of them, and if we have some weeks where it's only 3 streams that week, it's a little bit more limited in what we can do. Okay? But especially we want to do more collabs in 2024. Let me put the resolutions here again. Let me clarify. These are New Year resolutions. NYR. Let's put it right there. Don't have any other good place for it on the screen, so it's just gonna cover me like this right here. Yeah, best way I can do it. Like this. I guess I'm not gonna have those 2 types of streams anymore, but we will have them here and there if everything goes well. If they do fit, if they fit within what we're doing. The streams themselves, if we do take another direction with videos, what we do in the streams is also gonna change. We're just gonna have to retire from a lot of games potentially depending on what we're doing. There are a certain direction that might make some games not even, I don't know, some things that I've been doing a long time on stream, I'm now gonna do off stream, and I've been like saying, you know, I want to do this on stream and not off stream, but I might finally just do it off stream, depending on what on a certain direction the content can take. For now, let's just leave it like this though. It's okay. It's something that is difficult for me to transition to, you know? Because I'm still not sure if the way I'm doing it is going to work, and if it doesn't work, and I have to change direction again, potentially I have to delete a lot of videos so the channel doesn't look too random with the kind of videos we're doing. Again, if I could afford a manager to help me out with these things, I would definitely go for one. To have a complete decision. Gotta finish the World of Final Fantasy streams. I absolutely love the World of Final Fantasy streams. Thank you for saying that, Suki. Yeah, we're gonna finish them. No, that's one thing. We're definitely gonna finish World of Final Fantasy, especially when we're so close to the end. Not counting bonus dungeons and all that. We might skip. We'll see how I feel about it. We still gotta start Pokemon Violet. I might just want to start that already. We're gonna finish that and Game Boy Color Pokemon TCG as well. On the Switch Online. We gotta finish those. We gotta finish those 2. Right? And that's the way it's gonna be. There's gonna be some changes in 2024 to the content. Here we are on this last stream of 2023. Tajigen, I hope you will be with me on that next part of the journey. I hope to still see some Tajigen stalwarts continue to be here on the dimensions of YouTube and Twitch for me. I think we'll still be streaming on both of them. I'm potentially going to slow down some YouTube streams at some point, but we'll see how that goes. Especially because, you know, it starts to be a lot of streams on the archive, on the live stream archive here on the channel. I know a Switch that plays discs is called PlayStation Portable. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Suki. And I hope to meet many new people as well in 2024. Many of you who have become great supporters of the Khaiden Tajigen content. I only met you this year. It's always nice to keep meeting somebody new like you on this year. Again, from Tokimeki Runners, 出会いてそれだけで奇跡と思うんだよ. Basically, it means the fact that I met you is a miracle. It's a miracle to meet someone. And like in a positive way. Like just meeting a new person that you can become well acquainted with at the very least can be so good. So good. So that's what I have to say. I think we're gonna finish it right here, Tajigen. Again, rounding it up. Another stream where we're rounding it up. We didn't reach the 2 hours exactly, but yeah. Happy New Year! Happy New Year 2024. Let's do great things. It's not gonna be long before the next stream. January 2nd, I'll see you on the collab with Alurin. I think it's gonna be about 7 p.m. or so Eastern time, so it's gonna be a bit later. I'll see you in over 48 hours from now, live. But stay connected to Twitter, Discord. We'll be talking about anything we're gonna be doing with content and new things. Suki, Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's Eve, depending on what time it is. Remember my words and remember me wishing you Happy New Year. I'll be there with you in spirit when 12 a.m. hits for you. I know you will all be with me in spirit when 12 a.m. hits for me. Alright, Tajigen. Let's finish 2023 with this. And many great things will happen in 2024, alright? For all we did today, for all we did on this year, remembering you as well, Karma. Glad you could make it to the end of the stream. For all we did in 2023, for all we did on this stream today, お疲れ様でした。